Okay, says you're alive. Okay. All right. So
I could go.
go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kehinde. This is my son Ture, Naftali Ture, and we have been coming to Midnight Milk Club since Naftali was 6 weeks, I think. Yeah, I was having trouble with breastfeeding, and Tonifer came to my house and helped me and told me about Midnight Milk Club. And he's 2.5, and I am 16 weeks pregnant. So, yeah. So it's been a journey, and this family has been there with me through all of it. So I'm very grateful for y'all.
Thank you. We are so grateful to have you, and we are just happy celebrating with you, elated for you, praying for you and this new little precious one that you were growing. And I'm so happy you're here tonight. Yes, that is amazing. Well, I hope everybody you wanted to know that you were pregnant knows, because now it's out there. The cat's out the bag. Girl, I've been holding that for a long time. I was like, ooh, I can't tell nobody. I've been wanting to tell somebody. Um, but I kept it to myself, because what we share in the milk club stays in the milk club. Unless somebody gave you permission to tell their business, you don't tell people's business when you come to milk club, okay? But since you shared it, it is all good. Well, congratulations. Okay, Pineapple. Come on, Pineapple. Calling Pineapple to the stage.
Hello, y'all. My name is, well, y'all can call me Pineapple. Um, but everybody knows me as Aisha. I've been here, man, since 2021 now with my firstborn. He's now 3. I have another little boy. He is 9 months, actually, officially as of yesterday. Um, yeah, this has been a great help for me along this journey of motherhood, trying to figure stuff out, not feeling alone. So yeah, I appreciate this whole situation.
Yeah. Well, you know how much we love you and your little handsome boys. And so glad you're here. It's been amazing to watch you go through the first pregnancy and then have that baby and then get pregnant again and go through that pregnancy and then that birth and this baby. So it is just amazing to see um, how all of us together have grown, have evolved, watching our children grow up. It's just so beautiful, and we need to have these spaces. So normally when we do Midnight Milk Club, for the most part it is an open forum for moms to just come in and talk about whatever they may be going through, whether it be something related to their pregnancy or something related to feeding their babies. I am a IBCLC, International Board Certified Lactation Consultant, maternal health strategist and stuff. Um, so I can provide expert knowledge and support when it comes to feeding, but also it's also the other moms here have expertise through their own experiences. And in Midnight Milk Club, we value your experience. You know, your lived experience is what qualifies you. You've been through this before, you're doing it, and you don't have to have like gotten to, the goal or wherever it is that you're trying to get to, that specific milestone, to be able to support and help another mama. So that is the beauty of this community, is that we just yes, Isangu.
Mama's watching TV in your room.
Oh, she is. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, and so we just while we do this, we are still being mothers. As you can see, my little one just walked in. Everybody knows him. He should probably be asleep right now, but that's okay. He can be up. It's Friday. Okay, go ahead. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So yeah, I forgot what I was talking about, but I was probably rambling anyway. So we just gonna move on. And we're gonna start with my favorite question. What's good in the hood? Motherhood, that is. What's going on, y'all? So what's something you want to share? Maybe a highlight, a milestone. It could be about you or the baby. Like, what's some good news? We're gonna start with the positive first, because there's a whole lot of negativity in the world. So let's start with the positive. What's good in motherhood?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
So recently, and it's Marlon, which is my oldest, my 3-year-old. He's known his shapes like for the longest. I can't even tell you how long he's known him. He's 3 now. And we recently took him to his well check appointment. Just of course check up on him, and they did a vision test for the first time. Where he had to stand a distance and had to point out the shapes, and he did so good. And I don't know why, but I cried. Even though it's like I know he knows his shape, I know he can see just fine, but I don't know. It was just something about watching him follow these instructions and like actually know what to do, and just get it. And it was just like this proud moment of watching him get big and like seeing him as like this bigger kid and not like this baby anymore. So that was a cool little motherhood moment for me.
Oh, sweet. I love it. That's amazing. Yes, those little things are so important. So thank you for sharing. Anybody else? What's good in the hood? Motherhood, that is.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so in regards to the kids, Makai, he is like moving and grooving on the floor. He hasn't gotten up on his knees to crawl, but he basically like army crawls across the house now. And he started eating solids, and he does not play.
Oh my
he
goodness.
he tells us whenever he wants it. He tells us when he's done. So it's been fun. I told whenever I was pregnant with him, I'm like, he's gonna be an eater. He's gonna be a better sleeper than Mama. And this boy checked off all the boxes. And then for myself, I am officially a child care license provider. So that's good for me.
Yes.
So I'll be opening up my family child care. So I'm super excited. But yeah, that's what's good in motherhood.
Awesome. That is amazing. I can't wait. And we will definitely make sure we send some families your way. Yes, that is amazing. Yay. I'm trying to figure out how to like spotlight y'all when you talk. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I just put you on the other side of me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Trying to multitask over here. Okay, well, that is wonderful, Kirsha. What's been his favorite food so far?
Eggs.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. And he loves some eggs. He be tearing it up.
I love it. That is awesome. Yes. Yeah, I was just talking to a mom about starting solids. And it's so funny because once babies are kind of ready or approaching the time to be ready for solid foods, there could be a lot of pressure to people are like, oh, you need to give the baby more milk. It's not enough. And she was being pressured from her family and the babysitter to like give the baby more milk. And the baby was getting a large quantity of milk, right? And I was like, I think he just ready for food. Like he was getting enough milk. He didn't need any more milk. I said, I think he's ready for food. And also they need to learn other things to do than stick a bottle in his mouth. Like maybe that he wants to play after he eats, or maybe, he wants to do some sort of activity or something. So she tried food and the baby loved it and it was a success. So yeah. Yeah, that's one thing babies are pretty clear about when they're ready for is when they're ready for food, they will just about snatch it out your hand. So I'm glad that went well for you. Anybody else was good in the hood?
Let's see. Well, I did start Judah on solids, but he hasn't been as receptive. You know, I'm just like, I thought he was going to be like grabbing the food out of my hand. He's like, he just dies from my breast. So just trying to transition him out, but it's still a start that I'm happy about. With me, two things. One, I feel like just now I got my mind right. Like just now, like coming through some of the leaning into postpartum versus resisting and listening to all the different voices in my head. I feel like I got my head on right. And another thing, I became a certified travel agent. So internationally. So I'm very proud of that. Happy about that.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to book some travel.
Yes, I'm good at it. Really good at it.
I love it. Yes, that's another thing about Midnight Meal Club that I love so much is that we have so many talented mamas, so many skillful mamas here who can help you with a plethora of things that you might need in your life. So if y'all need daycare, childcare for y'all kids, hit up Kirsha. You need to make some travel arrangements, you gonna hit up Janae, right? And I think we got another mama who got some skills. She over there trying to act like she's shy, but she ain't shy at all. So anyway, tell us what's good, Kanai. You on mute. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Okay, I can't unmute you. You gotta unmute yourself.
I was read about both of the bikes. My bad. I can braid. I'm the braider of all braiders. If you need your baby's hair done, your hair done, braids, locks, whatever. What's good in motherhood is the baby is doing really good in school. She is getting up, waking up easy by herself. Most mornings I'll get in there and she's already awake. Instead of me having to wake her up and she's grumpy or anything like that. She's sleeping really good through the night. And just really happy and learning at school, saying more words. The teachers are even noticing it. She was singing, y'all. She was singing Elmo the other day. Almost cried. So yeah, she's doing good, and my oldest is doing well too, and she's making progress and stuff, and she's wanting to go back to school. What is going on? So yeah, we're working on changing schools and all of that type of stuff. So everything's good over here.
Awesome. Yay. That's a major milestone. I'm a little jealous. You got her sleeping in her own bed.
Yes, girl, in her own bed, in her own room every night for a while now. And she figured out how to get out of her bed. And so I had to move some furniture around because I'm telling y'all, all of a sudden I heard somebody banging on the door. And I'm like, is somebody at my door acting like they ain't got no sense? Like, who in the world? And then I realized it wasn't the front door. It was in the middle of the house. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she got out of her bed. Y'all, I walked in the room. It was stuff everywhere. The only reason why that girl didn't put that TV on the floor is because it's on a stand. That's all I got to say. Everything was on the floor. Everything. Homegirl had a good time. It was knocking on the door talking about, Ma! Mama! I'm like, oh my God, this is what we gonna do already at 2? Okay, I got you. So yeah, it's fun over here right now. Her little personality coming out. So I wish she would stop climbing on stuff though, because yeah, she tried to climb up the bar stool and the bar stool fell on her, but thankfully it's one of the really lightweight ones. So she was just like, it's like she was confused. So she's busy right now. Yeah, we're 2 and busy.
I love
it. Dash.
Oh, look, Dash joined us. Hi, Mr. Dash.
With them cheeks. He's starting to look more and more like you every day.
Yeah, this my twin.
Mm-hmm.
That second one gave me my twin.
He looking at you like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
he said about me, Mom.
definitely your baby. Speaking of kids climbing on stuff, okay, house proof the baby or baby proof the house?
I don't know, man. I don't know no more. I got baby gates. She knocked it down. And then the baby gate that I was trying to put at the top of the stairs outside our door is like this much too small. I gotta get like a piece of wood or something. But yeah, she's like trying to climb under the baby gate because it's retractable. And she realized that the cat went under it. So she decided that she was gonna try to go under. It's rough over here, y'all. It's a mess.
It sounds like you got a perfectly healthy and intelligent and smart little girl over there.
Well, thank you.
Yes, she is doing all the things. I love it. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so did everybody share? Okay.
I can go real quick.
Okay.
I think we're doing really good. I'm probably at like almost 5 days of Naftali sleeping without Nini, like without nursing him to sleep. Yeah, it's rough. I'm realizing I need a more of a routine because my routine was, bath time, story time, then nurse to sleep, and that was it. It was easy. I'm 11. Okay. Now it requires more of my creativity. We need to color. We need to read lots of books and sing lots of songs, and I gotta rub his back. It's a lot more involved. But yeah, we gotta move to the next stage. So yeah, y'all just pray for me because
yeah,
he's resisting it, but we're going strong.
Very good. Good. Yes. I'm loving the progress. It's been amazing. I know we could all remember Kahinde at the different various stages of motherhood. So I'm so proud of you to see you here at this point. Since you are the only pregnant mama here and pregnant for the this year's second baby. Any advice that anybody can give her, or any questions that you want to ask mamas on that transition from 1 to 2?
I have a suggestion. Stockpile freezer food. Start right now. Start right now. Soups, all of that type of stuff that you're going to need postpartum. So then that way you don't have to worry about it. It's already done. That was one thing I was really trying to do with my last one, and I just couldn't do it. My body couldn't handle standing up and doing all of that. Like, it was a lot. That's why I say do it now. Because you can freeze everything for like a year or so. There's stuff on YouTube for you to figure out how long you can freeze certain things if you don't know. But I know the soups are like 6 months to a year. So if the sooner you start while you're not, exhausted and can barely move, the easier it's going to be. And it's already done. And you don't have to ask nobody for help, depend on nobody. Stockpile your freezer meals ASAP.
That's a great idea, Kanai. Thank you so much for that, because thinking about my, like 6 to 8 weeks after Naftali today was born, I mean, I had a C-section, so I was sleeping in this nursing chair. Like I couldn't hardly move. And damn, I haven't even thought about that. What am I going to do? Because now, he's going to be 3 when the baby is born.
Well, you're going to stockpile all your freezer food, and you're going to have little portions that are for him. So that way, all you got to do is put it on a plate and wait for it to defrost, or go ahead and warm it up, depending on what it is. Waiting for it to thaw, depending on what it is. So then that way you'll have all of that. And then if you can get the snacks for him and put them in they have like snack size Ziploc bags that you can get that are really small. Then that way you can have all of that stuff like sitting on one of those little rolling carts that everybody uses now. And, snacks for you, snacks for him. So you have something to hand him, and you don't necessarily got to get up. Because there are going to be times when you're going to be exhausted with 2 and you're not going to be able to get up. And even with my big age gap with my 2, I was still exhausted and didn't want to get up. So it's gonna be, especially with him being 3, because 3's busy. 3's still busy. So stockpile the freezer food. Number 1 tip.
Also, have you heard of Meal Train, Kende? Oh wait, she thinks she's gone. I left out. Have you heard of Meal Train? No, okay. Mealtrain.com. I'm big time utilize my village. So when I was pregnant, I love to cook, but there was a time like I said, like you're gonna be too exhausted. So I went on Meal Train. I made like a little prompt like, hey, Chef Janae is tired of cooking. She can no longer stand. So I'm calling on my village to cook a home cooked meal. And then you attach a calendar and you send it out, and your family can either donate $10, $5, a DoorDash gift certificate, or they can sign up. Like my aunt was like, she signed up for enchiladas on Monday, and then I made availability for Wednesday, and then somebody signed up to drop off another meal. You can keep the train rolling like that, but you can also do it for, okay, on Friday, I need somebody to go to Target, and then maybe someone can't cook, but they got $20, well, Target or wherever you're going to go to get your goods now, but they can sign up to help you, whether it's play date with the baby or, however, assuming that there's a large village. But even if there is not, I'm willing to sign up and, send you some food or a meal. Because sometimes I know when I was pregnant, I just wanted a home cooked meal that I didn't have to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but looking at mealtrain.com, it helped me out a lot.
Yes.
Can I double back on that? Because most of my friends live across the country. So Meal Train was really useful for people to send me like things.
Yeah.
So, like people would like send me food because I know like you're kind of far from some of your supports. So like for me, it wasn't necessarily that people were coming, but people were sending things.
Yeah.
It was super helpful for me to like, or even just ordering me food.
Yep.
And like sending it and like signing up for that day so that I wouldn't have to think about like, what do I want from DoorDash, put in the order and wait. Like people would actually just send me stuff.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can put your preferences in there, right? Yeah, like your food. Or people can send you gift cards for cleaning. My Meal Train is still on. So every now and again, we'll get a like $100 like DoorDash. Like, oh, okay, so dinner's on somebody else tonight. So yeah.
Actually, thank y'all so much for those ideas. And you're making me think of I should probably do some like Target stockpiling of like toilet paper and stuff right now. So I just, have it. And I don't need to, go out for it. And also, since I'm not doing a baby registry, because I'm just going to, whatever, I'm just going to use 2 days stuff, I'm not going to be asking for stuff really. So I might as well ask for some Meal Train if since I'm not asking for nothing else. Yeah. Thanks, loves.
Yes, for sure. And then even like groceries, I know one of the things, well, also for me was sometimes people would say, well, what do you need? And I would be like, just some groceries. I'll give them a list of things that they could get. There were snacks and things that the other kids might have needed, just things to make it a little bit easier for them too. So, yeah, those are all really, really great tips moving forward. So thank y'all. Yeah, any other advice or just any stories on transitioning from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 kids?
Yeah, I was gonna say something. Don't be in a rush to try to get out with them babies, because it took me a couple months before I would even drive more than 20 minutes from the house, and let alone even just get in the car. So I know it can feel like you want to get out and try to like take them somewhere. Maybe you're even invited somewhere. But if you feel like it's too much for you, like just sit with that and just be like, I can't make it. I don't even if it's just right down the street, you're like, yeah, I'm still, in this transition right now, and we just can't come.
Yeah.
And I know I was not feeling guilty. I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to get out. I'm not ready for it, because it's a lot, it's a lot to have a baby and have a toddler, and then just, yeah, your mind is still like trying to like process, like you got to take care of the baby and the toddler, It's not just a toddler anymore. It's the baby too. So just know that like you don't have to rush to get out. Take your time. It could be 2 months, it could be 6 months before you out by yourself with the babies. Just know that it takes time and just honor that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm just been like, I'm researching names, like I'm going into all kind of comedic history. Like I'm the, because 25. Okay, yes, my love. Okay. Cause I did so much of my creative juices into figuring out Naphtali 2 days name and all the, I was like reading the Quran, I was reading history books, I was going everywhere. And now it's like I'm burnt out. Like, so I gotta figure out some more names. And but I'm so excited and yeah, I'm just juiced. I'm excited to just sit with my babies. When the one comes Earthside and just bask in the gratitude. Honestly, I'm so thankful to God and the ancestors just for it to happen again. Because y'all know how long I've been trying. So excited.
Yeah, we're so happy for you.
We are so happy for you. So happy. I see somebody just snuck up in here. I know you're not gonna just slide in here.
Hi, Breezy. Hi, Kanan.
Hey, girl.
Yo.
She got the blue blockers.
Yo. Papa said, get cute. I said, how cute?
As cute as you want to be.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
We good. How are you? How the kids?
I'm good. They lit. Mozzie finna be 4. This is insane. Maya's finna be 1. Well, Maya's 1. She's about to be 2, I guess, in November. But it's a fertile time for me, so I'm trying to, this is my time of the month. The year. I'll get pregnant now and then I'll have a baby, so I'm trying to just stay like tunnel vision focused. You feel
Yes.
You gotta watch, guard your uterus. Bad bitch. They be trying to get you. They be trying to get you.
Lock it down.
Not guard the uterus.
Listen, I feel you. Well, it is so good to see you. What's good? What's good in the hood? Motherhood, that is. What's going on?
For me, I've been trying to potty train Maya.
Uh-huh.
But Maya is a beast. I don't know. I thought that she was gonna be relaxed like Paku. That little girl, she do what she want to do, and yeah, if she don't want to do it, she just throws. We call her somebody granny because she act like a little old lady. Yeah, she definitely is an old soul. I want you to see her real quick. Let me grab her.
Yeah, gotta get the baby.
I said the kids are active.
I know.
I hear them in the
They
back.
are turned up.
They wild.
It be like that though when they get together.
Yes.
They miss each other.
Yeah, they be missing each other. As soon as Marlon just saw Mozzie at the front door, he's like, Mozzie,
She is reclining. Never mind. Maya is reclining in Dash seat, I think. They turned up. I'm happy to be here with y'all though. I'm happy I got to make it to Aisha.
I know. Me too. I'm so happy. Yes, this is awesome, y'all. I don't know what's happening on the social medias. It's something going on somewhere. We'll find out maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but anyway, I'm thank y'all for all being here tonight because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you right here in the Midnight Milk Club. Okay, so all right, what was we talking about? We was talking about
there are questions in the chat that need answers about this daycare and about this braiding hair. There are questions about where are you?
Yeah,
is there overnight care? Like there were
okay. I'm in Concord and I haven't decided if I wanted to do overnight care yet, but I was thinking about that. So that is something to be in consideration. But I'm in Concord. I haven't officially launched a website or anything to go to. But I will send y'all something personally that I have that I'm working on.
Girl, don't tempt me. You're gonna get both these babies. It's basically if it's overnight care. Oh, honey, come get them so I can go have fun, please. What's the address? I'll drop both of them off.
Yes, yeah. So I have thought about doing overnight care because I was thinking about like I'd already do postpartum overnight, and I was thinking about like how like a lot of nurses or yeah, they need night care for their kids. So I was already thinking of like hitting up some of the birth doulas that I'm connected with when they're in the hospitals. They can share my information with some of like the nurses and providers that have children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that night care is necessary.
Yeah,
And a lot of birth workers, midwives and doulas and stuff be needing like, you know, on-call care. So it's so many possibilities. It just depends on how much you want to work, girl, because it sounds like you about to be in high demand. So yeah, but that's all good stuff. So for all y'all out there, if anybody is watching, Kirsha is in Concord and she is amazing. I highly recommend her. If I had a baby, she could keep my baby. But Concord would be going the opposite direction for me. So
what
if y'all
exit in Concord, Kirsha? What exit? What do you buy?
I'm off Ignacio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so the name of my child care is called Hugs and Harmony Family Child Care.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And Janae, how can we get with these travel services?
I'm working on my website now, but my Instagram handle is Contour Pathways.
Okay.
It's a story behind that, so we'll have that at the story time. But I'm on Instagram for now, but my website is under construction. So.
Okay, cool. Well, when you have it all up, let us know and we'll make sure to spread it far and wide. Yes.
Janae, I'm trying to travel for my 30th birthday in June. So I will be hitting you up.
Please hit me up.
We need a mama's trip. Where we going, y'all? Where y'all want to go?
Midnight Milk Club retreat. I don't care. I'm just going.
I want to go to Belize. Y'all want to go to
city?
Oh, we need passports.
Get them passports.
I was thinking like something.
Well, we could do something a little closer.
Yeah, let's start closer.
Okay.
Yeah, like in this country.
Hawaii.
Vacation.
Hawaii.
I want to go to Paris.
Napa wine.
We can do that tomorrow.
There's a
Yeah,
hot
that's
spring.
we can go tonight. They
Do
got
that
stuff
tomorrow.
over
Where y'all want to go?
There's a hot spring up there by Eureka that everybody been going to. They mamas like.
Oh, is that Harbin Hot Springs?
Maybe.
Yeah, somebody just told me they went to Harbin Hot Springs. But if there's another hot springs,
Yeah.
Are we bringing the kids?
are these hot springs like Hot Tropics? Y'all remember Hot Tropics? Did anybody used to? Oh, some of y'all too young to know about them hot tubs back in the day. I never
I heard about them. I heard about them.
remember the commercials from Kobe.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I think it was.
This is like a hot spring outside, like a spa with a stone. Like this is not nobody's backyard. Or $50 an hour date night.
Eating party.
A black light.
I'm with it.
Are we bringing the kids or not? Because that changes.
You know,
the
that's a
location
good
for me.
question.
Yes.
My kids is at an age where I have no problem leaving them.
I can leave mine.
Girl, because if we bring all of them, we gonna need the biggest Airbnb there is.
Yeah, we can leave them.
I don't even think there's none.
I don't know if there's a big Airbnb big enough for all of us and these kids.
We can leave them.
Right.
They don't need to be in no hot springs.
Yeah. Sometimes we just need time to ourselves, like, you know, and that just leads me into the next thing. Like, as devoted mothers, as loving mothers and stuff, you know, I know a lot of us, like, we're trying to change the narrative. We're trying to change, you know, that image of Black motherhood, that those negative stereotypes, and just some of the images that are put out in the media about who we are. And one of the things that's important while we, you know, raise our children and define what motherhood looks like for us, it's also important that we learn to take care of ourselves. Because I don't know about y'all, but, you know, all I saw was a whole lot of sacrifice. My mom was an amazing woman. My grandmother was an amazing woman, and they did a lot. They did a lot for the family. They did a lot for everybody. But one thing I didn't really see them doing is doing much for themselves. So how do you balance, you know, motherhood and taking care of yourself? Like, what is your thing that you do for you? Or what is something that you would like to do for you? Maybe you haven't quite figured it out yet. So, yeah, how do you maintain a piece of you? How do you, you know, just make sure you good? Oh, hi, mama. Good night, baby.
Well,
It's crickets.
yeah.
Sound effects. I need some sound effects.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm not there in my walk just yet, but but one thing I like to do is like put some makeup on, get dressed. So my inside can catch up with my outside.
Yes.
Yeah. But right now, a trip to Trader Joe's and I'm feeling fine. But making sure I get my workout in. You know, my workout is for my mental health, and my body just benefits from it. But Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 a.m., I'm at the gym, and that is the thing that is for me.
Yes.
Ladies. So, and the whole household benefits after that.
It's true. It's true. When we're good, everybody good. Like,
Yep.
if you aren't taking care of you, or if the people around you who's supposed to be loving and taking care of you aren't doing it, then everything is gonna be off. But I'm proud of you for getting that in. That workout. Yes. And 5 a.m. That's at the butt crack of dawn.
For real.
Yeah.
But it's like the club to me. I put my earrings on. I get dressed. Because Pete's open up at 4 a.m. by the way. So I'm at Pete's. I'm in a drive-through. I'm feeling good by the time I pull up to the gym, lip gloss and everything. This is my club. This is my time.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an early morning workout person too. And you know, when it comes to working out, like, even my workout clothes got to be cute. I'm sorry. I'm not just going to put on some raggedy sweats. Like,
yeah. I like it to be form fitting.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I love it. Keep that up. Keep that up. Let us know. Maybe we could all go work out together.
Yes, I'm down.
Church in a minute.
Me too. I'm so down for that.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
I think I can answer the next. I think I'm in alignment with y'all around moving your body, and then also like letting your inside catch up with your outside.
Yeah, outside.
You look good, you feel good, and then what Tonifer said, adornment. Like I can't be too stressed out when I got little jingle jangle on, you know, little waist beads on, you know, little ankles and stuff, little anklets and things. I just love being cute. All things feminine support me to keep being like a bomb ass mom. But when I get real angry and in my masculine, it's like that don't help nobody. So I try to stay soft. Baths. Oh my God, I love baths. Water. Water is phenomenal. So grateful for water. Yes. Water is God. So water is goddess. That's my
water is goddess. Yes. Yes.
Baths.
So true. That is so true.
Mm-hmm. Have you had that magnesium bath? Jesus.
Oh yes. I just had one last night.
I slept so good.
Magnesium?
Yeah, it's like you can get the magnesium flakes.
Oh.
You can do that. I'll be doing that. I have like one that's really for my spirit. I do tea tree, I do magnesium flakes, Epsom salt, and then I do the the sodium bicarbonate, what is it? The baking soda.
Yeah.
But I do the one that's aluminum free
I
because
got
they
baking
don't tell
soda.
you. I got baking soda. I really do. And I got the aluminum free one because the Arm & Hammer one has aluminum in it. And you can
Does
really
it?
see the difference. Why don't be telling nobody that stuff though?
Is it on the box?
No, it's not on the box.
Damn.
But then you have baking soda that's
That's good
aluminum
to
free.
know.
And you can taste the difference. So I do that in the little tea tree. That bath is the truth.
Wow.
You make a
Magnesium,
bath
tea
mix?
tree.
No,
You
I
should
just
make
be
that a
doing this.
bath
I be in
mix.
there acting like the kid, making me a pot of gumbo. For me to stick my ass in. I'm the gumbo.
What we gonna season the hell out of everything.
Yes, we are.
I be seeing
Season ass bath.
That's hella funny.
Listen, y'all, I had a bath with parsley and some, what else was in there? Some basil
Y'all done heard about them
Ooh.
cilantro
And-
baths?
and
What?
rosemary.
Yeah, cilantro's good for the body.
It's
Yeah.
good for pulling heavy metals out the body. All that shit.
Yes, heavy metals. Yep, that's
red
exactly. I
clay?
just read
Ooh.
that. I
Put
just
that
read
red
that.
clay in there.
Yes.
Hopefully.
That's
Well, it's interesting too because the magnesium, like you find those minerals in the amniotic fluid, but you also find them in the ocean. So we really are mimicking that, that mother womb when you're, whether or not we know it or not, but we know it because that's what we do. That's that DNA memory.
yes.
And just to kind of take it to that level, there was a sister
Give me this damn.
on some podcast, but she was talking about how we need to keep in mind as, African women, African descent women, that, like we didn't have ownership of our bodies and like we weren't allowed to bathe, take care of ourselves. That's our heritage. That's what we do. We do baths. We do fertility baths. And then for so many years that was taken from us. So it's not just self-care, it's DNA healing. It's important for us to do that.
Yeah.
So I love the idea. I just have a shower. So I just be sitting like I use Naftali's little toddler tub and I fill it up. I just like take little pitcher and pour stuff over me, I just make do with what I got. But one day when I have like a house, I really want like just like an old school clawfoot tub.
Yes.
It's like a big one, just sit in it.
Yes.
So that's my dream.
Good old Suge Avery tub.
Yes.
Come on.
What's
love.
Cloth.
Yes.
Yes.
Avery tub. Yes.
Yes.
I want to share with y'all this Oshun song and the words of it, because since y'all started talking about the waters and the healing of the waters and that goddess energy, y'all know that in what was that, August, I went to Nigeria. I initiated to Ifa and Oshun, and just stepping into that goddess power, that goddess energy. But there's this song and it's like a very like popular like Oshun song, and everybody know this song, everybody know the words to it. If you out in Nigeria, you start singing this song, they gonna join with you, and it go like this: Seleru Agbo Agbara Agbo Loshun Fien Womore Kido Kita Otade Abi Momo Danale Oshun Lion Poema. And what that song is saying is the waters of the river Oshun is medicine. The torrents of Oshun's river is medicine. Oshun's river water is the medication used to heal children before the doctors came.
Ooh.
She didn't need to warm the house when the baby was born. She delivers children without effort using her waters. It is Oshun we are talking about. So, yes, we are goddesses and we have the power within us to heal, so that natural inclination to go to the water when we're needing rejuvenation, that natural inclination to want to season your bath water and put minerals in it, that is literally the essence of goddess energy. And it is important that you know, no matter what faith you are, no matter what you believe in, that, you know, we know our divinity and we tap into that. Because motherhood is going to whoop your ass. Parenting is going to whoop your ass. These kids are going to whoop your ass. You might not whoop theirs because we in this gentle parenting era. So we got soft on these kids, but they whooping our ass. Let's just be real. And so with that being said, it's even more important that you implement something, some sort of routine, whether it's simple or elaborate, into your life so that you are sustained, so that you are fulfilled, that you are healthy, and you have enough energy and strength to make it through and take care of these babies, because you know they jumping off furniture and you know they trying to crawl and walk and doing all this stuff, and you got to be up on your toes. So yes, so get in that tub, take that shower, get them herbs, drink that tea, beat that face if you need to, do your hair. If you don't have nowhere to go, just take 5-10 minutes for yourself to just, you know, do something, because we not in that era of suffering. You know, motherhood don't have to be a suffer. It can be a struggle. We just don't have to suffer through it. And we ain't got to look like what we going through. So even though we know these babies be whooping our asses, we ain't got to look like they whooping our ass. We got to walk out the house and look like we conquered this shit. Okay. Yeah.
Period. Like what's good in motherhood, kind of going on the self-care thing. I think that like for me, it hasn't even been about action per se, but like I made like a decision this year. I was like, I'm tired of working for everybody else but me. So like this year I've set better boundaries with my job, with all these goddamn contracts. Like I've been setting boundaries, and I'm like, I'm actually going to focus on doing the shit that makes me feel good. And I've started. So like now I'm like researching options, like, well, how do I want to do movement in my body? And I've been thinking about like being outside and just being under the stars and like being connected to like that and that energy of nature and stuff. So that has been really my what's good this month has been like I'm rededicating to myself, and like I would be ordering gifts for people like during Christmas and not order the hair supplies I needed to do my own twist outs. And I'm like, why am I, if I'm putting everybody else's stuff on layaway, I need to put on mine. Like, what am I doing? And it seems like real obvious stuff, but it was stuff that I really have not been doing for the last few years. And like, I'm really rededicated to that. Like, that is my like promise to myself this year.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. We're going to hold you to it.
I know.
When you come back to Midnight Milk Club, we're going to be like, okay, Victoria, like, okay, what did you do for yourself this week? All right. We got to hold each other accountable, y'all. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all hold me accountable for the gym. I've been going all week.
Good.
Thanks.
Good. Yes.
We should start having our accountability check-ins.
Yeah.
We do our what's good in motherhood.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, we gotta check in, hold each other accountable, and make sure that that we doing what we said we was gonna do for ourselves. You know, I know y'all gonna take care of the babies, so I ain't even worried about that, because these babies well loved, they well fed. Yeah. So look, y'all, it is the last day of January. Y'all, this has been the month of what the fuck. Every day it is, you wake up to some shit. I'm so glad for January to be over. I'm still kind of feeling like I'm not a January, new year, new me type person. Like in the spring is when I'm like, okay, I'm ready to blossom, you know? So it'd be a struggle for me in the winter time, because I still be like wanting to be in hibernation mode, but also just that pressure of, society to keep moving forward. So with that being said, what's a goal or an intention that you have just in general for this year? Or in the next month?
Did you say a goal? I couldn't remember the question. I couldn't hear the question. I've started working on like journaling more, writing stuff down, because I realized I keep a lot of stuff in my head, and then I feel like I've been feeling, in a sense, like maybe I'm putting too much on other people around me, like by needing to constantly talk about these things. So for me, trying to write stuff down has been a little bit more helpful lately, to at least get it out some type of way, but also not burdening other people with the weight of whatever I might be feeling or thinking about. So just trying to continue with that, honestly, and do everything that I say that I'm gonna do. Like that's been a big thing for me. I feel like that keeps popping up too. It's just making sure I stick to my word to myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, that's been a big one too for me this year. It's just kind of breaking past old habits, breaking through like those limiting beliefs and doubts and fears in my head, and just kind of working on overcoming that so that I can really excel and get to the next level. So I've been going back and kind of undoing, like, okay, what are the areas of my life I need to be, really working on, right? So that's what it is.
For me, just creating more non-negotiables for myself and sticking to them. So whether it's my spiritual practices, make sure that's a non-negotiable. I need to get up, or there is no, staying up late because I'm helping so and so. No, I have to go to bed. I got to go to bed right now because I owe it to myself at 5 a.m. That's my time, and just having non-negotiables and sticking to them. Or sometimes the answer is just no with no explanation, So just but really sticking to that and honoring myself. And so just having a deeper love for Janae, that comes in that form of saying no and having non-negotiables for myself. Like you said, Tonifer, like, so many times, like maybe I might need something and my children may need something. No, it's a non-negotiable for me. I don't mean food or nothing like that.
Yeah.
They may have a want that might look like a need, but I have a non-negotiable. The answer is no. I have to put myself first because I'm not showing you to put yourself first. Exactly. If I'm training myself, like that. And then that's only going to create resentment to everybody else that know how to do them in my house. So,
right.
It's not their fault. They have non-negotiable.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we've been socialized as women to do that shit. I'm sick of it. That's why, Tonifer, when you said that earlier about the grandma, I seen my mom sacrificing it. I really don't feel like we have to do that no more. I feel like that was a survival.
Yeah,
it was
some shit to, okay, we just gotta martyr ourselves for. I'm not doing it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If it ain't no me, this shit ain't gonna work. So I know you won't be, so let me do me so we can all do us.
What's my slogan, y'all? I'm a mother, not a martyr.
Hello.
I ain't killing myself for these kids.
Like us coming to this realization of us putting our foot down with that, it's like simultaneously we're battling the opposite side of now. I don't know. It's like all of a sudden the support group, or even just men in general, a lot of times are now kind of. It's now this battle of like, well, who's more struggling or who's more trying to survive, and it's like, sometimes it just hurts the support system.
Yeah.
And makes it a little harder to that soft place and get out of that survival mode like we've watched.
I think they're not used to it. I think we need to practice some more. Let's strengthen that muscle.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Because some of our area that we grew up in, or like I'm gonna say like at least like a decade ago, it was like, oh, teen no sleep. We don't get rest. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a power nap in the middle of the day. I need my rest.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, right.
I'm still working on my guilt
Listen,
about
I'm going
sleeping.
to sleep, honey.
No,
I don't know
like,
about
no
you.
guilt.
I don't know
like
about
teen
them
nurse
kids,
sleep
No
was
but
like
guilt.
I'm
I
going
still
to
be having
sleep.
guilt about taking naps.
and I'm gonna take it a step further with myself. I know better because my mother was not the woman who sacrificed and she put herself first. She got up, she got her some business. Her and my dad were high school sweethearts, and she still would be like, you got to do what you got to do because the man gonna do him regardless. You make sure you got to show people how to treat you, by the way you treat yourself. So
Mhm.
so I hear her voice, in my head when I'm not honoring myself because I know better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what's up. I saw this post, and this woman said, I once loved a man so much that I was fixing him while he was breaking me.
Ooh, ouch.
Said earlier.
Mm-mm.
That's a word.
Yeah.
It's crazy because a lot of us do that multiple times in our lifetime. It's not just
Yeah.
for one person. For those who do it with one person, but there's a lot of us that we've done that multiple times.
Yeah. And some of us have let me not say some of us, me. I've done that unintentionally because I think I'm helping. I think I'm holding somebody down. I think I'm showing you because that's what the world, oh, you gotta, well, men, oh, you gotta help the black man. He didn't have the tools. He needs somebody to show him and all these things. But if you're not careful, you could be enabling someone.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yep.
So early on, relationships before, and I started off as a mother at 18. So that's the first love I knew. So when I would get relationships, I would show up in a relationship like the mother because I'm nurturing because that's all I know, but had to change that up.
I've been saying that them rites of passage ceremonies been missing for both sides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens when you dismantle like a community.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of the stuff we were taught on how we do behave in relationships and with men came from the idea that if you don't have a man or you're not married, something's wrong with you. So it's like I think this unfortunate thing has been passed down almost, maybe even not realizing where it's kind of coming from, of like maybe this fear that we're gonna be alone and not have nobody. So if you want a man, you want to make sure you got a man, you need to behave like this and you need to do this to keep that man. But it's like, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah, and I think that we just were simply not prepared, like other races,
They get to date, explore.
they get to date, the parents try to pair them up, they arrange things within their village. Like this person comes from the good family, they know the science of everything, like they just throw us in there. Like so I think we didn't prepare. We weren't really properly set up for success in that way.
Mm-mm.
What to look for. It was don't be fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm running now. So somebody
Yeah,
better try
but
to
like
stop me.
everything
I'm already
we
there.
did in our generation, just talking to a boy, having a conversation with a boy was considered fast. Like any little
It
thing,
was fast.
especially if you were black, you're
Yeah.
fast, and that's
It was-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Teenagers, people are sexual creatures in general. You're going through all these hormonal changes and the puberty and everything as a teenager. You're gonna want to understand and most likely explore.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to protect yourself and do whatever it is that you're gonna do, and realize that all that comes with consequences. Your feelings are getting
Yes.
hurt. You're getting disrespected. Possibly getting something, getting pregnant, because birth control fails.
Yeah.
Just prepare your kids and let them do what they gonna do. Don't shame them and
Yeah.
everything, because it's just like our generation and before us, and like generation like maybe like right after us. I know millennials for sure, we got shamed because back in our time, like we high the teenage pregnancy was just really high, and when I was a teenager, right before I became a teenager, and while I was a teenager, and like right after. That's around the time when 16 and Pregnant came out, the show, and all of that mess like that. And I went to a school, my high school, we had a daycare.
Wow.
We had a daycare, and it was needed. They put the
mine
daycare
too.
at the school because it needed it. And that we had 3 schools, and we had 3 high schools in our city. And out of all 3 of those schools, 2 of them had daycares. And they were talking about putting one at the 3rd high school because so many kids were dropping out of school because they either got pregnant or they got their girlfriend pregnant. And now they have to go get a job because they got to figure out childcare. and whatever they need for this baby, because the parents only got what the parents got themselves. You know what I'm saying? The teenager's parent, the grandparent. So now you got this baby and all of this responsibility and everything. So they put the high schools had daycares, and there was times when there was 15 babies in that daycare. Wow. And those are just the kids that kept coming. Those are not the kids that dropped out.
Yeah.
Hi, Georgie. You know, those are not the kids that stopped coming, because there was one girl I was in a class with her, and she had a little baby. Her baby was gorgeous. The baby's name was Amaya. The baby was beautiful, and she just stopped coming. She was like, I ain't doing this no more. And I'm like, but the baby's at the daycare. You good? We juniors. It's okay. She's like, no, I'm going home. Yeah. She never came back.
Wow. To school?
Yeah, she never came back to the school. She left that classroom, went and got her baby, and she never came back. And one day I seen her in the daycare, because I used to TA in there. And I was like, oh, you coming back? And she was like, no, I just came to visit. I was like, you can come back. I kept trying to get her to come back. And the teacher who ran the center, the daycare center for the infants and the toddlers that were up there, she was trying to get her to come back too, but she had already missed that she was going to have to make half of a year, and she didn't want to do it. You know, it was already hard for her. So she just went home. And that was the thing. Like, a lot of people just stopped coming, even though they did have the daycare. Hi, Georgie. So, you know, it's really sad how we as a culture are, especially back in our millennial teen years, you know, we are constantly shamed for just doing things that are normal to do, because other cultures, when they explore and they do things and they just go get their kids birth control and they prep them and everything, it's perfectly fine. But when it's us, we're fast and we're ratchet and we're hoes and we're this and we're that, we're all these negative things just because we got melanin.
If I could just cut in on that too, Kanai, what you're saying, because you called it culture. I just want to give some context to that, because I think it's important to remember what Dr. Joy DeGruy says, which talks about post-traumatic slave syndrome, that trauma outside of context looks like culture. And so it may seem like a lot of those behaviors are our culture. That is not our culture. That is our trauma being acted out.
Right.
But, you know, so I think it's important to name that, because when we're looking at the other cultures and how they deal with sex in young people, they're coming from an unbroken line of thousands of years, and our thousands of years of culture has been broken. We have rituals for sex. We have rituals for sexuality, right? You can't go to a Tenaba or a Sabah back home, right? Our collective home in Africa, in Senegal to be specific, and you have women doing Sabah, and they do moves and they have cloth dildos, right? Because they're teaching the women and the men about what happens with an erection. How do you move your body? How do you get pleasure? And it's making it okay because it's within a society that is valuing sensuality and sexuality in a time and place, right? We have to understand a time and place. We have to understand, why do we call it being fast? We have to remember that, you know, the second Middle Passage was the Black woman's womb. So after they brought us here, hundreds of thousands of enslaved people came from a Black woman's body. So owning us, owning our sex, made white society money. So when we're saying it's fast, or we, as in some of our elders, some of it's even within the shame, there's something behind that of protection, right? Trying to protect us. And a lot of it is, you know, when you're disconnected from your rituals, this stuff happens. So that's what we got, like Yewas with, you know, Mama Satu. We got lots of other places that are bringing back in those rituals, because we need that. Our young men need it. Our young women need it. Yeah. We need it.
Yep. For sure.
I love that.
I just want to add that in there.
Yes. Yeah. I love that you talked about the rituals and the importance of understanding the context, because a lot of what we have done, what we've seen our parents do, you know, it's out of that struggle. It's out of that survival, right? And, you know, we may, like I said, we may still go through times where there is struggle, but we're not necessarily in that same survival mode, right? You know, and we're able to kind of think consciously about like how we move forward, how we raise our children, how we birth our children, where we birth our children, you know, how we name our children, you know, all of these things which have been limited and dictated to us. And it's so important to create, you know, rituals. It's so important to create spaces that allow us to build collectively, that allow us to change the narrative, that allow us to thrive and say, no, we're not going to continue to perpetuate these negative ideas and stereotypes and ways of being because that is how it is, or that was our culture, or that was how my mama did it, or that was, you know. So we are in a place where we get to redefine what it looks like, what mothering, what parenting, what child bearing and child rearing looks like. And in our next live, we will talk about what it looks like to birth, to breastfeed, to bring forth life with intention. And I know all of us have our various different birthing stories, which are unique and all beautiful in their own ways, but there's a certain level of intention that all of you bring to the way that you brought your children into the world and the way that you parent. And so yeah, I'm hoping next time we could talk about that. So I don't want to keep y'all too long, and I don't want to lose our audience. So we're gonna wrap up tonight. If anybody have any final words, affirmation, or anything that you want to share, a message for mamas out there, just a couple words that you might want to share to bless somebody else tonight.
I would say to every mom out there, y'all, we are not alone. Clearly, looking at a group like this, the stuff that you be feeling, the stuff that you thinking, you are probably not by yourself thinking it. So, yeah, just try to find your group, find us, somebody, just find your people, find your village, and you're going to be all right. Y'all going to get through it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say, Aisha. Find your tribe or join ours. Yeah. Because we are out here. And yeah, you're definitely not alone. Like we have all like been through so many different seasons, like situations in life. And it's just a safe space, like especially seeing people that look like you, that reflect you, is something that I never ever imagined like I would be a part of. And it was because of my own children that got me into rooms and spaces like this. And I'm forever grateful. Like that's one thing about just becoming a mama is so many doors open for you. Yes. And yeah, so don't forget that. And yeah, like I said, we a tribe, so we welcome y'all. And yeah, thanks for this beautiful night.
Yay, thank you. All right.
I love what Kirsha said. If I could just add, I feel like motherhood is an initiation into true manifestation. If you can, you can do anything. So let it be that. Let it be abundant.
Ashe. Yes. I love that. I love that. It is an initiation. Like for real. This is the hardest initiation that you will ever go through. There's nothing like it. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anybody else before we close out? Y'all good? Okay. Well, for anybody who is out there watching, Midnight Milk Club meets regularly on Friday nights on Zoom. We will do these lives in this capacity about once a month. Midnight Milk Club, the podcast is coming soon. Yeah, so there's so much more to talk about, so much more to discuss. But y'all mamas, be gentle with yourselves. Be good to these babies and Have a good night. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Good night.